Hi everybody, welcome back. I have another fun 12 by 12 one-page wonder for you. This one's a little different because it's not necessarily folding. I know most one-page wonders you kind of have like this fun little flip. This is more like how to utilize your 12 by 12 paper, especially for newbies, just to give them some ideas of, different ways that you can use your 12 by 12. So what I did here is because I want everyone to visualize this, because I know a lot of people come to my channel for my tutorials. So I kind of visualize it like this. So you have your 12 by 12 paper and it's going to be this one big sheet. And what I kind of did was just kind of like cut it down so that it makes these pages and it will be this book. Okay, I'll give this to you step by step, but I just wanted to see, and you'll see you have a lot more extra space to do with your paper, but it's just a good way to kind of visualize your album when you're gonna do it. So again, you don't have to write that down, but those are the measurements that we're using, but I'm gonna go step by step. So this you can leave expanded, but I kind of just closed it so there was one extra pocket. So you have that pocket, this one here, and then I added this fun little flap here. And then just, of course, I wanted to show you the size because this is longer than 12 by 12 when you expand it. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my scoreboard. And we're gonna start off with a 7 by 12 sheet of paper, okay? So that's gonna come from your 12 by 12. And we're gonna go ahead and score at the 12-inch side. We'll start off with 4 inches and 8 inches. Sorry, my paper is super busy on this side. So 4 and 8. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it to the side and just score it at 3.5 inches. So your 7-inch mark will be 3.5 inches. This is actually kind of preference too. You can make your pocket deeper, or I just kind of put it in the center there. So you're gonna have these, holy busy, these 6 boxes. So I really want you guys to see the score. So let me just, this was kind of the last ones I had of this paper. So let me make sure you see the score lines here before I snip it. Without trying to bend my paper. This paper is actually a little bit thicker than our standard. Okay, so now we have our 6 boxes, right? And we're gonna kind of do like that folder thing that we had done the other day. So I'm going to just cut these 2 lines right here up to that middle score line. And so now we have our little folders. Is set in place. Hold on, let me open this up. So now what you can do is pick which side that you want it to be on, which I kind of want mine to be like this because I want the background to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my little folders first. So this is obviously preference. I'm just going to cut this end here. And this was a little bit more confusing to do like evenly together. So I'm kind of like just eyeballing it. So let me see the length I did here. So I'm just going to go in like this. And just put that there, and then I'm just going to do this side, kind of eyeball it. And they're kind of a distance apart, so I don't think anyone's going to really notice. Okay, and then you have your 2 folders, right? And then I'm just going to cut those little edges off again because, you know, it gets in the way when you close it, so you definitely want to always kind of trim that part. It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to where you can close your page. sorry, I have to turn this way. You know, lefties are, I guess we are a little weird when we cut, but it's gonna just look like that. And then you're gonna have this middle right here, and that's where I put my little center right there. And you can make this lower if you want, like cut it a little bit. Or I want to show you another option, which is something I did in another tutorial. If you don't want that there, you can just like flip it back and make a back pocket. And like if you have a photo or something, you could put that in there. But for now, I'm just going to leave that here because that's what I did in my first, you know, little folder here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And of course you can leave it like this. You don't even have to go the extra mile that I'm going after this. So right here in itself is a little album that you don't even really need to do anything. You can just use a 7x12, or you could even do this as a 12x12. Sorry, let me just glue this down. And then I'm going to glue that little middle pocket down too. So again, you can flip this in the back, or you can leave it here like me. So as you can see, this is what the size would be if it was just 12x12, but I just wanted it a little larger. So what I did is fold it this way. So kind of fold it like an accordion. Oops, this is not dry yet. Just give me a second here. Because when you fold it like this, it's a little wonky, and I don't like how it folds because it's not, it just, the edges kind of get in the way. So that's why I fold mine like an accordion, like this. It'll be much easier when you do this. All right, so I didn't really like how that pocket was in the front, but it is cute. You can have a pocket like that. There's nothing wrong with just leaving the album like this and making it a little pocket. Sorry guys, I did not put enough glue on here. Let me fix this real quick. I didn't use this glue today, so it's fresh and open right now. I got to get it, you know, smoothly going. So what I did was I took another sheet of paper from our 12x12 leftover scrap that's from that sheet that we just used, and I just made a 3.5 by 4.5 paper, and I'm just going to score it at the 4.5 inch score at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Just fold that down, and that's just going to be my cover. I'm going to literally take it and stick it on right in the back, and then when you fold it, you're going to have this cover and you don't have to see that anymore. So that's a simple way to use the rest of that paper up, and you can corner around this or whatever. I'm just kind of leaving my album square. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on and just fold it because you don't want it to be wonky. Make sure it folds okay. So when you open it, it's nice and smooth. So there, that expands that, right? Now, of course, this is where you have an option to fold it in and keep it as a booklet like I did, or you can just leave it expanded. But before we do that, let's put on this lid with the rest of that paper. So the lid from the rest of your sheet is going to be 3 by 3 and 3/4. Yes, okay. And then I made this a little shorter because our pages are 4 inches each, but I just took it off a little because I felt like the lid was kind of interfering at 4 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch at the 3 3/4. Oops, I'm sorry, 3 inch mark. Sorry, because we want to keep it on that side. At the 3 inch side, score it at 1/2 inch. Okay, I need to get the scoreboard out of the way. I was trying not to get rid of it. I always put it back on, put it there. It's just too much right now. Okay, and then I believe I did corner around the top. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So before you do that, you have the option to put it in the back here, like on this, because if you close it, you're not going to see it. Or if you want, you could even tuck it inside there. But I just felt like it moved a little better when I had it in the back. So that's why I'm going to stick mine in the back. So just kind of glue it on right there. So it's good to just, like, you know, switch your album up, because we all want something new and fun and different and challenging. And we want to see our paper, you know, set up differently. Just making sure that's on. And then, of course, you can see this is full of scraps. I don't throw any of my glitter cardstock away. I try to use it as much as possible. And next, just gonna put that through. Again, if you don't have an eyelet punch, use a brad. I'm gonna go ahead and just make a hole there. And stick my eyelet in. If I can find an eyelet. Hold on, where did I put my eyelets? I'm looking for my tiny ones. I just cleaned my room. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm gonna have to use a brad, because I have misplaced my eyelets. So let me see what colors are on here. I see some yellow, orange. Here, I'll put this on here. So you've got that. And then now is when you will probably want to go ahead and glue that for that next pocket. So I'm just going to glue this here and right here, or tape it. Does not have to be glue. Let me just hold that down for a minute. But see, I guess when we think of one-page wonders, we always think about folding it. So try to think outside the box and, you know, kind of cut your papers and play with them and see what else you can create with them. All right, so we have this cute little album, and I'm just gonna go ahead and decorate it with you guys. I have some of these pieces left for this kit. This is like the very last of this kit, and I really enjoyed this one. I'm running pretty low on paper, but I don't know what to do. You know, I'm just kind of trying to pack, but at the same time, I really wish I had some paper. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to just go through my stash. This is so cute. I like that right there. Oops, this is upside down. Is it? No, it's not. And let me just put something on the top so you can see it does have that pocket right there. And then you can stick something here. You know, be pretty here. It's like maybe a little vellum pocket on this side. And then you can stick whatever you want inside there. And I'm just going to add maybe like a little flower or something. Another one, if I can find one. Here's a tiny one. Sure. And I do usually use the foam tape, but I didn't use it with this album because this album is kind of so small. I wanted to keep it flat for flat mail. And you can see the T fits perfect inside here. And this does make it a little bulky, the T, I will have to say, because as you can see, like when you put it, it's pretty flat. And then when you put the T, it gets a little bulky, but it still passes as flat mail, if you can see. I mean, the flat mail, I think it's about that. So on the front here, I just want to show you, you guys know how I've been doing the glitter strips. Well, this time I just actually took a literal piece of glitter cardstock that I have. And the strip is just 3/4 of an inch by 4, but you can obviously do whatever you want. but I liked how it kind of layered. And yes, if you have the tape, you could definitely do it with thicker tape. My tape only goes up to about 1 inch. Actually, less than that. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. I can't remember. I could have probably done it with the tape, but if you're trying to get rid of some of your cardstock, this looks beautiful, and it does have a little bit more stableness to it. Like it makes the cover a little more solid because you have the cardstock in the front. And then you can just kind of layer it with a die here. I like this little book, but I don't know, I think that's weird, huh? Please don't fall in that gap. So in this Alex desk from IKEA, there's a hole there for like storage, and everything falls in it. And so I thought it was cool until I realized all my stuff was gonna fall through. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Currently reading. I mean, kinda, right? I don't know. I want one like this thick, but I'm not gonna. I guess this, because look, it's always tea time, and we have the tea in there. Plus, it's good to show you guys different variations. I don't know how this is gonna stick on the glitter cardstock. I might want to use something like tape, but I mean, it's working, kinda. I just have to hold it there for a minute. So anyways, here it is, the one-page wonder with your 12 by 12, and I really like how it came out. It's simple and fun, but expanded, so it's not exactly, because if we use the 12 by 12 without expanding it, it would be like shorter. So this gives you guys a little bit more room when you're mailing and things like that. All right, guys, thank you.